Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Abid Ahmad Shah on behalf of MET Higher Secondary School. Today we will discuss class 10th mathematics and the topic is Introduction to the Trigonometry. Now the trigonometry is a word derived from the three Greek words. The first is tri, that means three. Second one is gonia, that means angle. And the third one is metron, that means measurement. So literally speaking, trigonometry is simply a triangle measure. Basically, it's considered as that branch of mathematics which deals with the measurement of angle and the problems related with the angle. In fact, trigonometry is simply the study of the relationships between the sides and the angles of a triangle. अब सब कुछ एक ट्रायंगल में हो रहा है, so let's discuss some worthy points related to a triangle. Let's take a simple triangle here. As we know that a triangle is a closed polygon made up of three intersecting lines. Now एक triangle में हमें median होती है, altitude होता है, we have centroid, we have orthocenter, we have incenter, we have circumcenter. So let's discuss first these. Let's discuss these points. So what is a median of a triangle? Let us suppose this is a triangle ABC. And let us suppose the midpoint of BC is say D, and midpoint of this side AC is say E, and the midpoint of AB say it is here, and suppose this is F. Now if I join the midpoint of BC with the opposite vertex, and the opposite vertex is A. Now if I join the midpoint of AB with the opposite vertex is this. Now if I join AC, if I join the midpoint E with the opposite vertex, then we get a line segment. That is, we join this point. This is called the median of a triangle. So simply, एक median क्या होती है? It is a line segment joining the midpoint of a side with the opposite vertex. So in a triangle, we have at most three medians, like this midpoint, like this. So in a triangle we have at most three medians. Or simply एक median क्या होती है? It is a line segment joining the midpoint of a side with the opposite vertex, and these medians intersect at this point. This point is called the centroid of a triangle. This point is called centroid of a triangle, and this point is denoted by capital G. So simply, एक centroid क्या होता है? It is simply the point of intersection of the three medians of a triangle. और एक और चीज है, this centroid divides the median in the ratio of 2:1. So this is a median. Now let's move to the altitude. What is an altitude of a triangle? एक altitude क्या होता है? Let's take a triangle, say ABC. Now take a vertex A. If I draw a perpendicular from the vertex A to the opposite side, that line segment is called altitude. So simply, एक altitude क्या होता है? It is a perpendicular drawn from the vertex to the opposite side. Let's suppose this is AD. Again, this is a vertex. We draw a perpendicular from this vertex to the opposite side like this. So we get two medians. Let's suppose this is E. If I draw a perpendicular from this vertex to the opposite side, let's suppose this is F. So these are three altitudes of a triangle. So altitude is simply, it is a perpendicular drawn from the vertex to the opposite side. And we have at most three altitudes in a triangle. Again, these altitudes meet at some point in the interior of a triangle. What is this point? This point is called the orthocenter of a triangle. So simply, orthocenter is simply the point of intersection of the three altitudes of a triangle. But remember one thing, if it is an acute angle triangle, then the orthocenter will lie inside of a triangle. If it is an obtuse angle triangle, then the orthocenter will lie outside the triangle. Again, if we have a right triangle, then the orthocenter will lie on the right vertex. Remember this point. So that is, orthocenter may lie inside, outside, or on the vertex of a triangle. So this is about altitude. Now, what is an incenter of a triangle? Incenter is simply the point of intersection of the angle bisectors. Now these are three angles of a triangle. If we draw the perpendicular bisectors, if we draw the bisectors of the angles of a triangle like this, now these bisectors will meet at some point. That point is called the incenter of a triangle. So incenter is simply the point of intersection of the angle bisectors of a triangle. And the circumcenter is the point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of a triangle. So these are some worthy points related to a triangle. Now let's move to the angle. As the trigonometry deals with the angles, so let us discuss about the angle. What is an angle? We have read in our basic classes that angle is formed by the two intersecting lines. Whenever the two lines intersect, they form an angle. But basically क्या होता है? Angle is simply the amount of rotation of the initial ray about some fixed point. Let us suppose this is a ray and this is some fixed point O and this is a ray O. Now if this ray rotates and takes a new position, like this ray can be rotated like this, it takes a new position somewhere here, then we see an angle AOB has been described. So simply the angle is the amount of rotation of the given ray, of the initial ray, about some fixed point. Now this ray can be rotated either this direction or this direction. Whenever it rotates in this direction, that is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise, then a positive angle will be described. Now this ray can be rotated like this as well. Like it can be rotated like this. It takes this was the initial ray, and after the final position, it takes a new position like this, say B dash, takes a clockwise direction. Then we say a negative angle has been described. These positive and negative is simply the rotation of the initial ray about some fixed point. Now if it is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, then a positive angle will be described. If it rotates in the clockwise direction, then a negative angle will be described. So this is an angle. Now we have to deal with the right triangles. So what is a right angle? We say an angle whose measure is 90 degrees is called a right angle. But actually क्या होता है? Suppose this is an initial ray, say OA. If this initial ray rotates and takes a new position, but covers one quarter of a circle, whenever it covers one quarter of a circle, then we see the measure of an angle is a right angle. So simply, a right angle is simply the amount of rotation of the initial ray and covers one quarter of a circle. And covers one quarter of a circle, then the measure of an angle is a right angle. And if the initial ray rotates and covers half of the circle, then the measure of an angle is a straight angle, or the measure of an angle is a right angle. These are two standard angles, that is a 90 degree angle and a 180 degree angle. So we have to deal with right triangles. So in this chapter, we will study the ratios of the sides of a right triangle with respect to its acute angles. अब ratio जो होता है, that means simply the comparison of two similar quantities. We have to study some ratios of the sides of a right triangle with respect to its acute angles. Like we will compare the ratios of perpendicular and hypotenuse. We will compare the ratios of hypotenuse and base. We will compare ratios of perpendicular divided by base. These ratios are called trigonometric ratios, or trigonometric functions, or circular functions, or simply T ratios. Just like we have alphabets in the English, in the same way we have trigonometric ratios in the chapter trigonometry.